Now, so you have this amazing date. Now, as I just talked to a bunch of guys, had a date, and you get this, and let's just say you go out, you have that 3-hour dinner, it's amazing. He drops you off at home. You leave the night, whatever, and I'm gonna just tell you, this is where it gets really, really weird. How do you communicate afterwards?
Yeah.
Because
Exactly the question.
Because you sit there and you're like, okay, if you liked him, you're like, I want to text him or call him
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, but you also want to be kind of aloof, and then I wonder if he's thinking the same thing.
Okay. You also want to be aloof. What the heck is this? No, this is... Obviously, dating's gone so well for our culture, so let's think about all of these things. Okay, so you have that question. Do I call him? Do I text him? How do I, communicate well? Now, if you, once again, I will speak to men, because dating elegantly has a lot to do with men, and we'll get into why later. So, as a guy, one of those things that you can do, and this is a smart move, if you like her, this is what you say there. I will text you when I get home.
That is good.
Now, why?
Well, because it opens a conversation. She knows that you like her.
And that you got home safe.
You got home
It's a
safe.
stupid excuse.
Yeah, but it does open the text line.
It immediately opens the text line.
So then what about the next day, though? Like, what is the turnover period for another contact?
Do you like him?
Yes, let's say it went really well. Really like this guy. What do you say next? Like, what is the next conversation? Like, so the female shouldn't initiate the third date, I'm guessing? Keep the chase going? Or...
Keep the chase going. Well, probably not.
Okay.
At this point, there's a reality that if you really like him and he hasn't made it clear, you have to find out.
Right.
You can text him and say, hey, I'm using crash language. Hey, I had a good time last night.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, don't ask a question. Thank you. I had a great night last night. Thank you for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask a question if you're a female.
Don't ask.
No. Because here's why. Now you're putting him in a very awkward situation. Mm-hmm. Because when you were very kind, you literally just wrote a thank you note. Mm-hmm. I would actually like the thank you. Mm-hmm. It's just like the thank you. If you're going to write thank you cards, you're supposed to do it within 24 hours to 48 hours. Mm-hmm. That is the time of thank you. You can actually do a thank you cards immediately. I've met a guy that I had a meeting with, and I walked from his office, and as I got to the bottom of it was an office building, a lady at the front desk handed me a thank you card.
Wow.
It was really impressive. I was like, that guy is
immediately
neat. So you could do an immediate thing, but 24 hours is acceptable. 48 hours is acceptable. So you have this, so text him, thank you for the dinner. I had a great time last night. Mm-hmm. Well, now that's closed. Technically, that's a closed. There's no question. There's no like, yeah. There's no, me too. There's no, you just thanked him. Now the ball's in his court. Mm. What the heck is he going to text back? He's probably freaking out going, how do I respond to this? Do I leave it unread for 48 hours? Do I do all these things? If you're a guy and a woman texts you, don't leave it unread. That's just stupid.
Don't do that.
She wants to talk to you. You want to talk to her.
So confusing.
It's just dumb.
It is dumb. I agree.
So you have one day, boom, done. Now you text. Now he's in the court. Now, as a man, what you do is you respond, thank you, in the same way, with a question.
What would an ideal question be? Like if he's interested, how?
Well, obviously you guys had a great dinner, and he knows a whole heck of a lot about you. Something about your life that he found interesting.
And he asked.
So he like you love your dog.
Yeah.
How is your dog today? How did your dog do during the date?
And that shows interest. Opens another line of communication.
Right. Now you have all these different things. Now you have to sit there and go, wow, he actually paid attention to me.
Yep.
He knows I like my dog.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that, I like this, whatever, element we're in. Those are some of the ideas that I would do. So now if he responds back with a, good text, you can then at that point then initiate a question, because most guys don't know how to do this. So I'm setting you up for like an ideal situation, knowing that most guys are going to flip out and go, I don't know what I'm doing. And I get that.
Okay.
But this is where, so at that point, you guys can then jointly plan another activity date. Now, it doesn't have to be the fancy large dinner. It
Something
can be
simple.
more of an activity date. Now, that's where a hike is a better option. A hike is a first date, horrible option.
Got it. 'Cause, yeah, then you already have conversation built in. Yeah.
Well, a hike,
Yeah. that
you're going to creepily take a woman to the woods?
makes good point.
like no, as a man, is that at all smart? You're gonna, I'm on my first date to be backpacking. Yeah, I'm gonna creepily take a woman to the woods and like put her where she could be murdered at night and she's carrying a knife in her hand. That's just
fair.
not good.
That's
Okay?
that is
These are not good things. But you can have that adventure side. You can have that more, hey, this is
like
what we both
third
like.
date.
Yeah, and that builds off of the foundation of the relationship. And now you have a foundation that you have elegant things, the dinner, and you can have the not so, or what we don't appear and call elegant now, together,
Yeah.
even though they
Choice
are
that.
together. So you have both of these ideas.